Hey, wait, let me put on my specs. This look more honest because this is my honest review on Lyndenwoods. Hey guys, welcome back to Only with Ron. And no, these spectacles is not meant to make me look more honest, but rather let me see clearer. So if you like how this looks on me, because this is the first time I'm appearing in front of a camera with these glasses, hit the like button so that I know it looks okay. So Lyndenwoods has just finished its official briefing for agents, and I'm here to give you the first dips about Lyndenwoods. It is the first residential project that is situated within the Science Park. So when we talk about Science Park, you will also be reminded of this project that was just TOP 2 years ago, that was Normanton Park. So for Normanton Park, we saw profit of up to 700,000, and there is a project that is not connected to a mall or an MRT station. But of course, if you look deeper, out of the 100 transactions, you will also see 3 transactions that are not profitable. Those happens to be 1-bedroom layout, but is it not advisable to enter into a 1-bedroom development? I think that is a topic for another day. However, these 3 transactions, I see that it is actually the entry price and the timing that is not right, and that's why these 3 transactions actually see some losses over there. So we'll unpack more about the pricing of Lyndenwoods when we enter into the price matrix later in this video. And if you like early review like this with data-backed comparisons, do hit the like button because it will really help me a lot to reach out to more like-minded people who wants early reviews like yourself. Thank you. So how this video will be laid out, we'll go through the project overview first, followed by the price matrix, and we'll run through the asset framework, which is your affordability, the supply and demand, your safe entry price, the estate appeal, and of course, the transformation. Then I will give you my honest opinion about this project and whether it suits your investment objective or your homestay objective. First up, the project overview. So here is what we know so far. The address will be 69 and 71 Science Park Drive. This is located in District 5. The developer is CapitaLand, which is also the master developer of the Science Park itself. The preview will be mid of this year, which is around June or even July. And the TOP is expected to be in 2029. The number of units will be 343 units across 2 blocks and 24 stories on each block. It has a direct link to the Cambridge MRT, which in future will also be an interchange for the Circle Line and the Jurong Regional Line. For lifestyle-wise, it is also linked to the Geneo Mall. This is the new mall that offers a lot of F&B and retail options, and also linked to the existing building that offers more F&B and supermarket. So a little bit more about this plot of land. It was previously zoned as a business park, and in 2024, CapitaLand actually wrote into URA for an approval to convert this into a residential plot. And of course, it got approved, and that's why today you have Lyndenwoods. And the land cost appears to be $1,285 per square foot per plot ratio. The estimated break-even should be around $2,300 to $2,500, and the possible launch price probably $2,550 to $2,800. And this is a disclaimer. The prices quoted here are all based on my personal opinion and experience, and by no means representing the developer or my company. And here is the price matrix. So we are only based on these sizes to make our estimate. And bear in mind that this will not be the exact size, but you can see that the unit mix will be from 2-bedroom to 4 bedrooms, and you'll have variants like 2 plus study, 3 plus guest room. And the pricing I estimated here is about 1.67 to 1.82 for a 2-bedroom unit that's size about 630 square feet. A 2 plus study that is around 850 square feet will be between 2.25 million to 2.46 million. And the 3 bedrooms, about 1,000 square feet, is about 2.6 million to 2.9 million. The 3 plus guest would be something around 3.1 million to 3.5 million. And the 4 bedroom, probably over 4 million to 4.65 million. And here you will notice that the floor plate actually gets bigger and bigger. And that is when I want to draw your attention back to Normanton Park, where a similar 1,600 square square feet unit was transacted at $2,261 per square foot, and that is without MRT or a mall next to it. And in general, for properties in the same locality that has an MRT and mall compared to another development that do not have an MRT and mall, the difference is about 20%. And if you factor that 20% to this $2,261 per square foot, there you get about $2,006 and $2,007 per square foot. So in this comparison, we see that if Lyndenwoods 4-bedroom is about $2,006 to $2,007 per square foot, it is actually not very wow or out of this world. Not forgetting that we did not factor in the brand new status, which means that you are actually buying a new launch at a resale price. If you think that this kind of side-by-side comparison does help you in making decisions, you can shoot me a message over here and I can send over more meaningful comparisons for you, just so that you are clear to make that move or not. Now, let's look at the asset framework. Number one, affordability. So to look at affordability here, taking reference to the price matrix, we look at how well a person can hold the property. And how do we do that? We'll run the TDSR framework with a 30 years tenure and a 4.2% stress test interest rate. And you'll see that for the 2-bedroom estimated price about 1.7 million, you should be earning a combined household income of $11,500 to be comfortably affording and holding on to this property. The 2+ study estimated about 2.3 million. You should have a household income of $15,500. A 3-bedroom estimated about 2.8 million. Household income $18,800. 3+ guests estimated 3.3 million. The household income should be around $22,200. And lastly, 4-bedroom premium estimated price about 4.4 million. Your minimum household income should be about $29,500. And don't forget, you can always DM me if you need help to calculate your affordability, and let's make that number work for you. Next, we look into the supply and demand. Lyndenwood is the first residential project in the Science Park. It's similar to One North Residences, which was also the first residential project in the One North area back in 2009. One North Residences saw a very good take-up rate, and the price jumped from $868 per square foot to $1,800 over dollars per square foot over all these years. But comparing One North Residences to this project may not be so relevant because that was launched pre-cooling measures. So the next project that we want to look at in the One North area would be One North Eden. So this project has recently TOP as well, and we saw that the PSF transacted over there has reached over $2,400 per square foot, which means the demand for such properties is actually quite good. But on the other hand, we saw that another project that's launched within the greater One North area in the media circle area, the take-up rate was about 38%. So can Lyndenwoods be different? Having said all that, I think the demand will come from the professionals in the NUH, NUS, Science Park One North area, the upgraders in the Queenstown area as well. However, the new BTOs is worth to note that they will be under the prime BTOs, which will have 10 years MOP and also a levy to be charged on them. Whether they are the right target audience that we actually want to enter into Lyndenwoods, targeting to exit to these BTO upgraders, I'm not so sure about that. Personally, I feel that the demand for this location will be more profession-based than proximity-based. And just for fun, it's worth to note that after the ABSD has been increased to 60%, we saw that One North Residences pre-cooling measures actually had about 12% of foreign and companies ownership. That is about 48 units, whereas the latest launch in the greater One North area only got 1 unit that was purchased by a foreigner. So probably the foreign demand over here may not be so exciting as well. But I guess that is generally across the board in Singapore, right? So having said that, given this demand in the region, I think maybe the developers will price it more sensitively. As for the supply, it is a first mover, so definitely there will not be much or any supply to be a competition with you. Next up, safe entry. Land cost at $1,285 per square foot. The break-even range, again, $2,003, $2,005 per square foot. The nearby comparables, One North Eden, which is about 10 minutes walk to the MRT and the shopping mall, is now transacting at about $2,400 plus per square foot. One North Residences is now transacting about $1,500 over dollars to $1,800 over dollars per square foot, and it is 15 minutes walk to the MRT and the mall. It's worth to note that it has a balanced lease of about 79 years left. Normanton Park, if you look at the whole development, the average is about $1,009 to $2,002 per square foot. Taking all these numbers in and considering all the projects attributes. What do you think if this is a safe entry? Well, I have no answer for you now because we do not have the actual price. Based on my estimation on this price matrix, what do you think if this is a safe entry or not? And of course, if you want me to run this asset framework on other projects, feel free to drop the name of the project in the comment section so that I can run this asset framework for you as well. Okay, the estate appeal. So what is so appealing about this project? First and foremost, the direct link to Kent Ridge MRT. This is a Circle Line MRT station, and in future, it will be the interchange for Circle Line and Jurong Regional Line, giving it another connectivity towards the Jurong region. Did I mention that it is actually a covered linkway to the MRT station? It is also linked to Geneo Mall, which is a new mall by CapitaLand, and it has a wide array of F&B options and retail shops. And through the MRT station, it will link to another wing of the NUH that offers more F&B and supermarket as well. And of course, walking distance to NUH and probably a short commute to the NUS, depending on which area of the NUS you are going to. And it has this green factor that just 5 minutes walk, you can actually get to the beautiful Alexandra Arch and the Henderson Waves. 15 minutes walk, you will get to Mount Faber and Hot Park. So for those who actually love to go on trail walks, I think this project will offer a lot of options for you. And now to the buildings itself. So these buildings are quite different from the usual buildings that you see. It's 2 blocks of 24 story, and each block is actually divided into 2 wings. Each wing will have 3 to 4 units, which makes it feel like you are living in a point block. So between these 2 wings in each block, every level there will be a sky terrace. The whole design is actually to get more wind flow into the building, lowering the energy consumption for the residents in these buildings. And also on each wing, there will be 2 lifts serving that 3 or 4 units per level. And if that's not clear, each block there are 4 lifts. You will not need to worry about lifts breaking down or servicing of the lifts anymore because you got 4. If on your side you only left with 1, you can always walk to the other side to take the other 2 lifts down. And so about the layout, it is still in draft, so I will not share the actual layout with you yet, but here are some of my take on the layout that was shown. What we have been shown is the 2-bedroom plus study, the 3-bedroom plus guest, and the 4-bedroom. And here are some of the features that I love about these layouts. The 2 bedrooms comes with an enclosed kitchen with ventilation as well as the bathrooms. So yes, the kitchen and the bathroom breathe. The study room is very sizable. Definitely you can also convert it into a guest room or even a small bedroom. The 3 plus guest has enclosed kitchen and a dedicated yard. So you know that you have seen developments that actually gives you a kitchen combined with a yard. For this development, it actually have a dedicated yard for you together with the WC and the utility room as well. But something that is different, also the guest room. They're situated between bedroom 2 and the master bedroom. And for this development, a lot of walls can be hacked. That means you can combine the rooms to make a very big common room. If you have more kids that you want them to share a room, this bedroom 2 can be enlarged, fitting 2 or even 3 kids together in one room. And right next to it is the master bedroom. It is already huge and it has this L-shaped wardrobe that acts a bit like a walk-in wardrobe, but honestly to me it is a divider between the bathroom and the master bedroom. However, having said that, the size is big, so you don't feel like it is squeezing in a L-shaped wardrobe in between the master bedroom and the master bathroom. And last but not least, the 4-bedroom, it features a private lift over 1,600 square feet. It has more than 6 meters of wall-to-wall width, an open kitchen with very nice island top. I've attached some artist impressions for you to have a feel of how the development's finishing and the appliances will look like. I think one thing for sure is this development offers all the quality fittings, appliances, and these are the list and the artist impression that you can have a look. The master bedroom in the 4-bedroom layout is humongous. They have the same L-shaped wardrobe dividing the bathroom to the master bedroom, but this L-shaped wardrobe will be even bigger. And if you think that that is not enough, there is definitely more space for you to build more wardrobes if you're someone that needs a lot of wardrobe space. That is about all that I will share with you on the layouts, and let's wait for the official floor plans. And if you want the official floor plans, drop me a message over here, and once it is out, I will shoot it right to you so you don't have to wait any longer. Last thing about layout, and I think it's something that you need to know, is this project is not GFA harmonized, which means yes, you will be paying for the aircon ledgers, but looking at the floor plan, I think they still offer good planning, good size, just that you need to take the aircon ledgers into consideration when you think about the pricing. And lastly, transformation. This is one thing that is very exciting. Of course, you heard of the Greater One North because there is a project that was just launched not long ago, just that that project doesn't have an MRT station or mall next to it. So just a little bit of refresher, Greater One North is actually one of the engine of economic growth in Singapore. And personally, I feel that if you're looking for an area of growth, Greater One North is definitely one of those places that you can place your money into. But apart from Greater One North, there's this transformation that is called the Greater Southern Waterfront. So this has not been heard for a while now. Bring you back to this Greater Southern Waterfront. This is actually the southern coast of Singapore, where we have a lot of entertainment and residential. It's actually along the southern coastline, stretching from Marina Bay area all the way to West Coast. The Greater Southern Waterfront is a major transformation for Singapore, offering lifestyle and entertainment and residential developments from the Marina Bay area all the way to the West Coast. So from Kent Ridge, it is just 5 stops for you to reach Harbourfront, which will be the heart of the Greater Southern Waterfront transformation. And it has been announced something exciting is there will be another theme park called the Downtown South. So that is definitely something that adds on not just the economic growth, but also the entertainment and leisure front. So I think this sitting within the Science Park, the Greater One North area, plus in close proximity to such a leisure transformation, I feel that there is quite a good balance in terms of transformation. And not forgetting, it will have the connectivity towards the west, which is the Jurong region transformation. Well, that I feel that is the icing on the cake. And if you are someone who is looking for multiple exit points, I think this project really does give you that multiple exit points for different transformation. And if you're buying this for own stay, I think having all this transformation around you will be something that is very safe. So with that, I've completed the asset framework analysis. And after my last video on the asset framework, some of you actually DM me offering me some feedback that it is not easy to justify the potential of a development with summaries on the different criteria. And that is why me and my team has come up with this asset framework scorecard that will help you to determine whether this project is right for you. What it actually does is that it guides you in the different areas to look into for each of those 5 criteria, and you'll get a score for that project to compare projects side by side with the same denominator. And if you think that will help you, leave a comment below and I will do a video to score projects so it will be clearer for you. I've already been ranking projects for my clients when I meet up with them, taking out all the guesswork, and the results are apparent if you have projects that you want to score and compare side by side. So hit me over here if you have projects that you want to compare with the scoring. And on to my honest opinion. For the good things about this project, I feel that the first mover advantage is worth taking. With multiple transformations in close proximity to this project, I feel that would be a strong potential upside. Next, the layouts are great, the finishings is good, the good integration for MRT and lifestyle I think is also a check in the box. And lastly, the developer track record. And what about the not so good things about this project? I feel being a non-harmonized project, definitely it will be a chip on the shoulder, because in the future all projects or most of the projects will be GFA harmonized. The first question that people may pop to you is, am I paying for the aircon ledgers? And also this project doesn't have that natural BTO upgraders. And knowing that 50% of the private properties purchases come from a HDB address, I think that is something that I would put in the cons. Last but not least, I think having these huge transformations is definitely a plus, but that depends whether you are someone that will be buying for own stay for a longer term, or you're someone that actually wants to exit in the short term. I don't mean that you will not make money in the short term. To see the full potential of this development, I think holding it from medium to long term would be much better. Overall, I think this is a good development for some of the people, especially home seekers who loves the nature, the convenience on the Circle Line, and proximity to key institutions. Just make sure the entry price is right for a long-term plan. That's all for today's review on Lyndenwoods. Hope you found this breakdown useful. And if you'd like to preview this project with me, drop me a DM. Let's go see if this development is right for you. Lastly, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell button as well. I will see you in the next video. Bye!